All right, so let's get right into it. We got 15 reasons why I moved from Texas to Florida. Reason number one, it gets cold in Texas. A lot of people don't understand that, but if you're moving to Texas because you want to make sure that it is nice year round and it doesn't get cold, it is kind of nice year round. Like, you do have the sun is out, but once December, January, February hits, it is cold. And I can't do the cold. We don't do the cold. If I voluntarily do it for like a couple of days, that's one thing. But to have to still just be done, like stuck in it, no. No, we don't do that over here. Reason number two, my health. So Texas is it's just a different type of lifestyle. And I love Texas, and it's hard to even make this video because this is really 15 reasons why I'm shitting on Texas right now. Because you gotta name the pros and the cons. We'll make another video why I love Texas, but right now we shit on Texas. This is my first video. We gonna shit on Texas today, just because we gonna keep it authentic. It's big bag nation in Texas. I'm still losing some of the weight that I gained since I moved out of Texas. I gained 45 pounds in 2 years in Texas. It's not even right now. Like, I got a little look, the neck fat done gone away. That's why I moved. I had edema. Like, I'm in my 20s and I had edema in my ankles when I lived in Texas. It was gone immediately. As soon as I got here, it was gone. Because the food, the lifestyle, like, it's a lot of drinking and eating. And that affects your health very, very quickly. And I'm a health conscious person, so imagine how I feel. I'm a big back inside. I got a sweet tooth to everything, but I'm very health conscious. I was on my Dr. Sabi during the pandemic, so that's not gonna fly for me. Number three, the roads. There's been times when I drove through Texas and it felt like I was driving on the moon. Yes, a moon driving on the moon. Yes, I was. Like, there was one time, like, because I went back and forth from Austin to Houston. I don't know about Dallas. I crap on Dallas because I'm a Houston boy. I have to, right? Not from Texas originally, but I have to, I just have so much love for the city of Houston. It's just an incredible city, and same thing for Austin. But there was one time I was driving down Mopac, and anybody in Texas will verify this. And it was from 360 down Mopac off the feeder, and literally the car was damn near about to flip over because there was a crater in the middle of the road. Nah, and I just bought a Benz. No. As soon as I bought my Benz, it still got Texas plates on it. I'm about to get them Florida registrations, but as soon as I got my Benz, I was like, I can't treat my baby like this. Texas don't deserve you. We wasn't gonna do that. Moving on to the next reason was the lack of infrastructure. So we're gonna piggyback off the roads. Bro, when you're driving in Texas, I'm gonna give one con for this video. Here in Florida, they got a bunch of speed cameras, and they got red light cameras, school zones. I just seen a police officer pull somebody, run into the middle of the road, stop somebody, and pull them over. That happened to me once in Texas, and that was because of a hurricane. It was set up speed checkpoint. Stupid, super stupid. If you want people to stop speeding, maybe just post up over there. You don't have to try to give tickets, but they probably try to make their money. But the lack of infrastructure in Texas is crazy. You will be driving at night and not see. One of my best friends, she just got her license in her car, and she's not even blind like that. She don't squint, nothing like that. She's regular blind, right? She just need her little glasses. She don't drive at night simply because, the street lights. There's no street lights in Texas. It's a shit show for real. So That's a real issue driving in Texas. Like when the hurricanes come through, you probably won't have no electricity or random ass tornadoes or whatever. It doesn't happen that often, but if it does happen, you go without, like, the infrastructure is weak. It's bad. Like, it's horrible. Moving on to the next one, drivers. So maybe we'll start numerizing this. Anyways, number 5 is the drivers. Drivers in Texas are the shittiest drivers in the goddamn country of America, of the United States of America. Worst drivers on the planet. And a lot of them, like, you can see how truthfully some, like, they're very nice people. Don't get it twisted. I love Texans. But you could tell that a lot of that stuff is fugazi, like the way how sweet they are. Because when they get behind that road, they that wheel, they turn into demons. They ain't no turn signal. Like, they'll always get in the left lane. Now, it happens everywhere for some reason. But in Texas, I've seen sometimes where, like, the entire left lane was clogged and all the other lanes was free as day. Like, you know, like, they will chase you down. If you do honk at them, do not honk in Texas. You may get shot. I still honk because I'm from New York, but don't honk in Texas. Like, don't, just don't. If you ain't packing, don't honk in Texas. But that, bro, I'm telling you, that adds up. Like, that, all that stress of driving, that you need to consider that when you go into different cities and different places in general, because that's gonna affect you. That's every day you got to get in the wheel and go somewhere. You're going to be affected. Number 6 is the food. Bro, food too good. It's almost a compliment. It's almost a reason why to move to Texas. But going back to number 2, which is the health, the food is too good, too seasoned, too fat, too whatever. And that will make you unhealthy. It'll make you a big bag. It's too good. Too much food. That's too much responsibility for my big back ass to have. So you got it, Texas. Y'all got it. I would say Texas is probably, Houston has to be one of the best food experiences in the country. And that also compares to New York and Miami. Houston got it. I'm not gonna say number 1. I usually do, but realistically speaking, it's up there. They know how to throw down in Houston, H-Town. Always show love. Number 7, the type of heat. So I'm a tropical being. I have to be in tropical weather. So I'm in Florida. I ain't going nowhere. Like, if I go anywhere outside of Florida, it's out of the country. My body loves that tropical weather. That humidity, the heat, the sunshine. My skin is already glowing. I don't even think I have pimples. And I haven't been taking the best of care of myself recently. So that says a lot. That says a lot. Just me being here, my body and hormones. Your face is gonna tell you if you're healthy or not. Trust me. Your face is gonna tell you that. And the type of heat that's in Texas is hot. And yes, for Houston, it is humid, but it's just not the type of heat from my body. Not that it's bad. Don't get it twisted. For me personally, I don't mind it. But compared to the Florida heat, it's just a lot better for me. I don't know why. Don't know the science. I just know I feel great when I'm in the heat here. When I'm in the heat over there, it feels okay. You know, it feels way better than other places in the country, but it feels okay. Number 8, the lack of nature. Dude, Houston ain't got no nature. Like, you're gonna go to Herman Park. There's a arboretum or whatever it's called that's actually really nice. I never went through there, but it's just so damn big, man. Like it's so big. So like there is nature in Houston. Don't get it twisted. There's nature in Houston. It's just so damn big. Like it's hard to get to that nature without having to spend your entire day just to go for a nature walk. It's just extremely inaccessible. Austin is much more accessible. You do have the hill country. It's beautiful. Dallas and Houston are very similar to each other in many ways. You know, so I haven't experienced Dallas, but I mean, it doesn't take a genius to find out that those two are just big, giant cities and, you know, whatever. But Austin has some nature. It's very beautiful nature at that. They have Barton Springs. They have hill country on the west, Zilker Park. Like, there's some places in Austin. I would not be surprised that there's not a niche film industry that is shooting out of Austin, because it has some beautiful city views and a great balance. I've always said it's the best balanced city in America, but once again, the nature in Austin is dry nature. It's dry heat. From what I understand, it does get humid. I mean, I drove a lot, so, you know, I felt like it wasn't that humid, but it's whatever. But, you know, and they have beautiful views, but the nature that I'm looking, it's just the water, right? You gotta go all the way to Lake Travis and stuff like that. I need to be around water, tropical nature. And yes, Florida's flat, but there's nature everywhere. It's super therapeutic. I really wish I came here sooner, but at the same time, I'm glad that I experienced Texas, because if I would have came here first, I'm glad I experienced the majority of the country before I came to Florida, because I know if I would have came here first, I would have never left. So yeah, number 9, my hobbies and plants. I am a tropical boy, and I like tropical plants. There's certain plants that I want to grow, and hell, there's certain plants I want to sell, take care of. I just love the hobby of it. I can't do that in Texas. Like, I love jackfruits, but in Texas, those jackfruit trees would die. Like, they can't handle that freeze that Texas gets every single year. Florida doesn't get those freeze. It was extremely cold yesterday. It was extremely cold yesterday. Not extremely cold, but it was like in the high 50s, low 60s. But it wasn't a freeze. So a lot of the tropical plants would still be okay. I can't take care of the plants that I want to take care of in Texas. Now, there's a lot of plants that I could take care of in Texas, but my preferred plants, the exotic plants, the plants that I enjoyed in different countries, can't take care of in Texas. Number 10, you're on your own, living in an island. Like, you're on your own little island, I should say, in Texas. Dude, it's so damn far. Texas is so big, bro. When people say it's 12 hours to get from one side of Texas to the other, it's true. Like, I've done it. When people say it's an hour to get from one side of Houston to the other, I've done it. Like, there's a lot of driving in Florida, but you're not, while you're driving through South Florida, there's a lot of things to, like, different communities and things to stop by or whatever. It's still also spread out. I will say that South Florida is also spread out, but you can get your own little bubble going in South Florida, where you have access to every single thing that you need. In Houston, bro, okay, it depends, but the vast majority of people move to Texas and they move into a suburb. And to get out of the majority of suburbs in Houston, it takes 10 to 15 minutes just to get out of the suburb. So whatever you're driving, it could take you a good 30 to 40 minutes to get anywhere. I go to 99 Ranch Market, I go to H Mart, I go to Sprouts. It would take me 45 minutes to drive to Sprouts. Not even playing. It's ridiculous. So, like, that's just within Texas. When it's time to be like, all right, I'm tired of Texas and I want to go travel over here, I want to go travel over there, or I want to go fly somewhere, dude, it's so far. Like, for the average person or a young person who is somewhat struggling or whatever the case may be, and you just trying to enjoy your life on a budget price, it's more expensive. It's much more farther. You can't just drive anywhere because it just turns into a road trip. I could drive to Tampa and be there within a few hours. The closest place I could drive to was Austin. That's 2.5 hours. I could drive to Jacksonville. I could drive to, Miami is pretty on its own little island too. But even within Miami, you have West Palm, you have Broward County, you have Miami, you have Miami Beach. You have the Keys. There's options. You're not on an island by yours. Like Miami is not 3 hours away from Austin, 4 hours away from Dallas. All that around. You hear people say, "Oh, you're not from Houston if you're from Katy," it's still Houston experience. Still the same type of culture. Still the same type of people. It's basically still Houston. So yeah. You're on your own little island over there. And it does get depressing if you move by yourself and you're not moving with family or friends. It can be enjoyable. Like, people in Texas are amazing and super friendly. And you can meet a lot of friends over there. But you are on your own little island. It does take a little time to get used to before you really start rubbing elbows with people. Because you need a car. So if you start over there and you don't have a car, good luck. And remember, the roads are bad, so good luck. And the drivers are bad, so pray. Pray before you get behind that wheel. Number 11, car theft. So Texas is one of the worst places in the country to get your car stolen. I know Atlanta's pretty bad, but I'm pretty sure Houston's worse than Atlanta. Although for some reason, I still have, I think because Atlanta is kind of Black Hollywood, that I haven't gone out there because I see what's going on, versus Houston is low key. Texas is very low key. Unless you live in Texas or you know people from Texas, you won't see a lot of things going on in Texas because it's its own ecosystem. Going back, it's its own little island. It's its own ecosystem. It's its own place. It could be its own country. In Houston, I've seen glass all down going up to Memorial Drive from Dallas Street. So if you know, you know. It's bad. Don't leave valuables in your car if you do move to Texas. They will bash into your car and take your stuff, or try to steal your car. They will, I picked up a girl one time doing Uber, and she literally was like, "This is the third time someone stole my car." They took my, what's that thing under it? What is it called? Catalytic converter. They stole her car. So they steal a lot. They the places they steal cars in a lot is, and it's definitely damn sure, for a fact, 100%, it's planned. For sure, it's not just one person running around stealing cars. It's planned because they get away with it too much. I've heard people say that. I've heard a guy tell me that he got his car stolen, and one time he pulled up, and all the Hyundais in that apartment complex had their tires taken. That's planned. It's so common. It's so common. They will steal your car. They'll steal your car. They'll take it. It'll be on its way to Dubai. Dubai has one of the biggest used car sales or whatever. They sending it to Africa. They're sending it globally. They putting that thing on a ship, probably private, and they're making bank off of that. Okay, bank. You will never see that car again if it does get stolen. Maybe you do. Most likely not. One of my mans, his brother just got his car stolen in Austin. No, it was Houston. But it happens in Austin too. It just happens a lot more in Houston and Dallas, those bigger cities. Number 12, there's no water. You got the bayous, and it is a pretty walk. It is. There's also a serial killer over there. And then in Austin, they got Lady Bird Park. Water. There's also serial killers over there too. Now, is a little bit dramatized. Like if you go during the day, I'm pretty sure you're good. You don't get cut up or anything. But yeah, there's it's not that much water to even enjoy to begin with. Like there's a lot of it's just not enough water. Like there's no ocean. There is a Colorado River, so like I said, Austin's a lot more balanced and it's a lot more enjoyable than Houston for the average person. But you know, the culture in Houston is I love the culture in Houston. It has a lot of sports teams. There's a lot of positivity over there. But ain't no water. There's no water. I think human beings need to see some water. Like all of our historical cities, towns, and etc. It's all been by a body of water or right next to a river. Number 13, let's get into the controversial stuff. It's super liberal. Texas is not what people think. It's not no hee-haw, country boy, conservative, Bible crunching paradise. Not that that's what I want. But when you start seeing furries on Halloween, I think we've gotten to the point of this is a little cool. So yeah, Texas is a diverse place, man. It really is. Like a lot of majority of the state, maybe not, but majority of the people are in that little Texas triangle. So majority of Texas is that triangle. If you go to New York, guess where you're going? You're going to the tri-state area. You're going to New York City. You're probably not going to go up to Poughkeepsie or Buffalo, New York, or Rochester, New York, or Syracuse, or no. You want to go enjoy the city, okay? Maybe if you're a nature person, you want to go to the Finger Lakes. You're not going to go to New York and be like, oh yeah, majority of the people don't live in the city. Well, even then, yeah, Texas. Majority of the population of Texas live in that triangle. They either live within Houston, Dallas, or Austin, and San Antonio, or they live in the rural areas of that. But still, majority of them still live in that triangle city, metro population, or one of the small towns. And many of the small towns are pretty cute, but yeah, it can be super liberal. And obviously, too extreme of anything is just bad. Like, I mean, I'll speak on the behalf of regular liberals. Like, if you're super conservative, Bible crunching, person that's just, that's all you talk about is Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, obviously that could be not healthy for our relationship, right? So it's the same thing. It would be the same complaint if I went to Kansas. Texas, super liberal. 14, culturally, it is changing. I'll say more just culturally in general. Like, Texas is a different culture than the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast. I look Dominican. I'm just Black American, foundational Black American. My grandmother is Polish. So I have 3 Black grandparents and 1 white grandmother. So culturally, I have that diversity, but I'm mostly a Black American from the East Coast. Now, being from the East Coast, guess what? I've experienced, especially being from New York, I've experienced Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Trinis, Italians from New York, like Sicilians, like I've experienced so many different cultures. Houston has a beautiful diversity. But it's mostly Mexican, Tex-Mex, Tejanos, and Tejano culture, Mexican culture in general is just not my culture. My boys, a lot of my boys is Mexican, but it's just not my culture, right? Then you have Southern Black folks, which Tex Black people, right? So it's a little bit different. Like, you have to, they're not like Southern, like from Georgia. Like, they're still Southern, but they're just their own little thing, right? which I love my black folks, so I do feel a little bit more at home with them. But then you have the negativities of the black, right? The unprofessionalism. You go to a wing bar, it's loud music playing and trap music playing at 11 o'clock, in the morning on a Sunday, like, like, I'm almost promoting it in a way, like Texas is fun. It is fun, but it's just different, right? The white American Southern culture is also dope. I mean, it's cool. It's just not my culture. My culture is very multi-ethnic mixture of the East Coast. A lot of it really being New York and Florida. I understand Floridians because I'm from New York. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, well, leave a comment below and we could start arguing right now. I don't mind. I'll take the day off and we could just argue all day. And then Austin's a little different. There's a lot of Indians, and I don't really want to live around Indians. Number 15, feeling at home being on the East Coast. I do feel at home on the East Coast. Like, when I meet black people on the East Coast, there's an understanding. Like, we understand. When I meet white people on the East Coast, there's a little bit more separation. So I'll give that a little bit more to the South. Like, from my perspective, at least, people in the South, white people and black people, intertwine a little bit more authentically. Maybe, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, maybe I should explore that and maybe check that out. Because I want to know the difference. Like, why do people in the South, like white people in the South, look like they intertwine a little bit more with black culture than people up north? There is, you can see that there's a parallel culture when it comes to black and white people in the South, and then in the North it's just completely different cultures. But I understand it. Once again, I understand it, right? When I don't want to talk to somebody because I'm busy and doing something or running errands, there's no pressure for me to small talk me to death like there is in Texas. They'll small talk you to death. Like, hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? Like, my mans. Don't ask me how I'm doing today. I'm rushing. You see, I'm trying to get somewhere right now, right? And it's not personal, but I gotta go. I left my stove. I left it on fire. Okay, I left the stove on, and I need to go turn it off. Whatever my emergency is, let me do what I gotta do, right? And I guess that's, that point alone also is maybe a promotion of Texas, right? Because meeting people in Texas is amazing. Talking to people in Texas is amazing. I mean, there's so many amazing people over there that is just so happy to be alive or happy to connect with somebody. Like, I tell people this all the time. If you go to Texas and you spend, you know what? I'll tell you guys in the next video. How about that? Let's shit on Texas a little bit more because I have so much love for Texas. Let's shit on Texas a little bit. So, my name is Amun from amunzemi.com. Tap in with me for the next video. Leave a comment down below and subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, just leave a comment down. Follow me on all socials. Amun Zemi. There's only one in the world. That's me. And this being my first video, it'll be fun. I'm excited to actually start making content, and I appreciate those who stayed until the end. Hopefully it was informative. If it wasn't informative, let me know. But I have so much value to offer to the channel, and tap in with me. I'll see you guys next time.